for somebody that has been drawn by God or whatever to pay attention to this video, I got a message for you. Bruh, sis, you have an abundance of love inside of you. Everything that you've been looking for has always been inside of you. It's been buried underneath the world, the pain of the world, the pain of your past relationships, the pain of your family, the pain of what you didn't get that you wanted. But I want to ask you, what do you think is on the other side of that pain? It wasn't meant for you to stay on one side of it. Pain is a path. It's a pathway to greatness. The greatest songwriters have gone through the greatest pain. The greatest comedians have gone through the greatest hardships and turmoils. Trust me. And if you don't want to, then you can research it for yourself. The greatest storytellers. Must I go on? The greatest parents. Pain has a purpose. But I tell you what its purpose isn't. Its purpose is not for you to stay in it. Pain was not meant to fester in your bloodstream and mingle with your heartstrings to the point that you find no way out, that you allow yourself to become a victim of it, that you end up making your abuser your God. And what do I mean by that? You become your abuser. The terrible abuse that you've been through, some of you, when you were a child, it was meant to lead you into something great, into you finding your purpose. I know that's hard to grasp and hard to understand. But you tell me, what other reason was it that God would let you go through that? Who else is better equipped to teach a person how to get out of what you've been through but you? Who else is better equipped to make a change in the world where people will listen to you about that thing that you're talking about, except that somebody that has been through it? What do we hear about teachers and people that go to school for something, but they haven't experienced it? They don't do too well, do they? We have competent workers and we have qualified workers. Qualified workers aren't always competent. Competent workers aren't always qualified. But the qualified person seldom gets the job over the competent worker, because the competent worker represents the person that probably has life experience, probably has experience. It's called empirical knowledge, empiricism. You can look it up. All of this, it's stuff you can look up. sometimes I feel like when people look at the messenger of something they're saying and judge them, but don't research what they're saying, that's the real tragedy. Because it's never about the person that's speaking. You don't have to like the messenger in order for the message to affect your heart and do something to help you better your life, to help you advance in your walk, in your path, in your travel. You just can't keep ignoring the evidence that's right in front of you. Look at the world and look at what pain has done. It either destroys or it builds. But no matter what, it's the choice of the individual going through it. And it's not something that they can say, I'll put off the choice later. No, that's a choice. That's a choice you made at that moment. I was watching Dave Chappelle the other day, and he was talking about how don't nobody give a fuck about how somebody feel here in America. And it's damn shame because he's right. He's right. And let somebody come and act like they care about what other people feel. Let somebody come and act like they care about what other people feel, and watch everybody be skeptical of them, bashing him, trying to tear him apart, looking at his character, all these other things, you know what I'm saying? People are so afraid of a person that cares about what other people feel. So you tell me who got the real power? Why so afraid of somebody who doesn't want to hurt anybody? But the people that do, you run towards them. You embrace them. Is it something having to do with a reflection of our own selves that we see? Do we find safety in somebody who is toxic and ratchet because we feel like we identify with them because we're toxic and ratchet? But we're not only toxic and ratchet though. We also got a good side, all of us. We also got compassion in our hearts, all of us. There's some of us that believe that there's people that actually don't have compassion in their heart. But I tend to believe that it's a choice. It's not that they don't, it's that they choose to keep it suppressed. The reason why I say that is because God is real as far as I'm concerned. So if God is real as far as I'm concerned, can't no person say that nobody don't got compassion in their heart. There's people that suppress it. There's people that compress it. There's people that keep it choked and locked down in a closet and until it seems like it's not there no more, but it's still there. What I'm talking about is hope. Hope that we can be better. Hope that we can change. I'm walking around here coming from a place where I was destroyed. Family turned against me. Ex-wife tried to destroy me and lie about me behind my back and got people to gang stalk me and everything like that. Even going so far as blocking my stuff and all this other type stuff. Wanting to see me homeless. People wanting and celebrating about a person that never did anything to them. This is the place I come from. And as I was rising out of this garbage that I chose, I ain't gonna front, I ain't gonna lie, I chose to ignore all the signs and everything like that. As I was rising out of it, and I was muddy, and I was ugly, and I was dirty and grimy, people watched me, and then look at me today. What I'm saying is I'm living proof. What I'm saying is there's an example. This is the reason why I'm trying to talk on here. It has nothing to do with trying to get back at somebody or anything like that. I'm on here. I'm doing this because God is leading me to do it, because there ain't no way I'm supposed to be here. And y'all that know me and know my story, and y'all gang stalkers that's watching, y'all know it's the truth. Treat people right, give God his props, and be your authentic self regardless of what anybody thinks. That's the phrase. That's it. That's it. And there's nothing else. If you can do those things, everything starts to turn around and change. It's hard. Yes, it is. It's hard. For those of us that got a sex addiction, it's hard to stop being a whore. Yes, it is. Men and women. For those of us that got a drug addiction, it's hard to stop getting high. Yes, it is. For those of us that have a gossiping addiction, an attention addiction, it's hard for us to stop talking bad about people. Yes, it is. For those of us who are like, what do you call them? We're just jealous at everybody because we're miserable and mad that we didn't get what we want all our lives and we weren't treated the way we wanted to. It's hard to change from that. Yes, it is, but it can be done. And there are people that you can see that will give you hope. There are words that people express that will give you hope. There's things around us that show us that there's a better way to be and a better way to live. We just got to take it one day at a time. We ain't got to be perfect. We ain't got to be perfect. Just at least try to treat people good, to acknowledge God, acknowledge that you're still here, you're still healthy, you didn't die, people still love you, and it might be because of God, because there's a God. Might be. Something. And then just be authentic. Stop lying. Stop trying to think that the way to get a good relationship is to hide the truth from them. Stop trying to think that all men are the same or all women are the same, or a good man has to look a certain way or a good woman has to look a certain way. Remember your dreams. Find them again. And just take it one day at a time. Nothing big, nothing super profound. Just one day at a time, one step at a time. Maybe take a break from looking at all these videos that's making you feel bad about yourself because they got all the perfect people on here that are just showing you the perfect side of them and you're not seeing how miserable they are behind the scenes. Maybe you could do that. What do you want to be in life? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to love? Is there something more? Or is this it? Are we just going to sit around and talk about everybody? Are we just going to sit back and just watch everybody? Are we just going to get our money? That's it? You got a purpose that extends beyond yourself? Are you the smartest person in the rooms that you go into? Is there anyone around you that you feel like can be a role model for you? Are you overextending yourself to everybody else and getting burnt out, getting frustrated to the point where you complain about it, but you don't do anything to change it? When will you be tired of being tired and do something different so that there is proof that you love yourself and not just you saying it? just something to think about, you know? Truth is hard, and it makes people mad. And I feel like when I try to do that, it's not going to be popular. People are going to talk, whatever. But somebody has to be strong enough, brave enough to stand up for something. Martin Luther King said, a man doesn't have anything that he's willing to die for. He's unworthy to live. He didn't say it exactly like that, as my one friend corrected me on, but that's what he said basically. If you read his speech, if you research it, you'll find out. He basically said that. So he just said it more eloquently. But I love y'all, and I greatly appreciate, the things that me just sharing from my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because I have time now, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to always have time, but I got time now. And me sharing it from my heart and doing this right here, which is my therapy, that is actually possibly helping someone else, because that's all I want to do. I'm trying to do something that has to do with what I believe my purpose is in life. And if it pisses people off and it makes people mad because they've decided to be in their dark side, so be it. But I love y'all regardless, and I appreciate y'all, and I'm not gonna stop. The music, the writing, the videos, the talking, none of it. It's just gonna get more. I'm just gonna do it more. That's all. All right, that's my time. Y'all have a good night, and I'll be back.